Part 693 of the never-ending saga, the Le Mans-inspired Volkswagen contraption. That's right. I cleaned the whole car out. Whoop, weather pose. I cleaned the whole car out, got all the scraps out of the car, vacuumed it, blew it out with air, got the doors back on their hinges. It's only temporary. It's just for a little look. What I want to work on today is the rest of this front hood. You could see I chopped up the donor, chopped up yet another donor to refine this front. And already just sitting on there, I think it gives it a lot better flow. Without it, it's got a little bit too angular design, I think. The car is very flowy and that puts a sharp cut into it. I think what we're gonna do today is just refine once more. See, this is gonna offer a better transition into the stock hood shape. And it's gonna get rid of all those weird cuts. Let's do some sheet metal fab. All right, not a heck of a lot to say about this. It's very straightforward in comparison to some of the other wild stuff we do. But you see, I went off the rails here and I knew I was going off the rails. I was cutting, I was thinking, wasn't making a whole heck of a lot of sense, but I was making progress. So not gonna cut off entirely everything that I did, but we're gonna get rid of all this mashed up business and we're gonna set these new panels in place. So I strategically removed them from the donor hood. And I guess we're gonna start by lining this up here. See, this offers a much nicer turn in, so I'm probably just gonna redo this inner piece a bit, but I want the strength of what we created. So let's just say we're gonna cut it right about where that original slice was. Let's just take the sheet right off, and I'm gonna retain this center, so we're gonna have to add it in there. So let's do it. I'm gonna play some music. All right, I feel like this is really adding to the smooth factor of things. But now we're running into a couple issues because if you remember in the very beginning, I took the hood and I snubbed it, I pushed it down. So these don't want to follow that. And also the bottom of this little shape is considerably different than the stock bug. You know, these were connected and slightly different orientation. What I'm seeing is this is definitely too low. So I'm gonna have to get in there and cut back a lot of this material so I could weld the steel down to that. I thought I was gonna have the hood opening, but the more I think about it, it doesn't need it. I'm gonna do one of those racing fuel cells in the back seat area, and you'll be able to access the steering and everything else from underneath and through the dashboard for the wiring. So I don't see any need to have luggage in here. It's purely, purely performance. So this will get molded, bottom line, this will get all molded in. So what we have to do now is connect the dots. I got a big gap here. I'll cut into the filler and do that next. This is overlapping on both sides evenly, which is cool. And I feel like even though I saved this piece, I feel like I'm gonna cut all this out and I'm just gonna make a new shot straight through. So let's go ahead, let's trim this off, trim these up so that they'll fall in just a little bit, and then we'll just create a new radius piece, and that should dial it in. Give you a little close-up of what I'm describing here, because it has been a music video thus far, I imagine. So you can see the mismatch, how these pieces are both low, and that took on a little crooked thing, which isn't a problem if we remove it. And then this gap right here is considerable. That's just something that happened with trimming the hood the way I did, and that might explain also why the hood was crooked from the beginning. Now I know what you're saying. There's some mismatches in here. I hear you. What's our mantra? Progress, not perfection. Little by little, you know, all the excuses. I mean, that is the mark of a performance artist, right? When things are going sideways, you gotta shuck, you gotta jive, you gotta wow the crowd. If you think this is actual fabrication, oh, let me tell you, it's purely performance art. You want some serious fabrication? Follow those pros. Yep, see now that pushes that down. And this is definitely different. This is a different shape. So let's just work on this piece, and then we'll dial those two in. I believe I can just hammer that flat and it'll lay down. There it is. Yeah, so I welded that. But let's just tack that on real quick. I talked before about the layering of these panels. I don't mind doing that. I really don't. Is it a little heavier? Yeah. Am I worried about rust? No, I'm not worried about rust. This is a toy. If this is a stock restoration or something that might be valuable to society in the future, you might want to take a little different route. And this is my toy. I do what I want. And I suggest that you follow your bliss as well. You get caught up in the details about what everybody thinks about your project. You're gonna be spinning your wheels. Undercoating, clear coating, rust proofing until the end of days. And you'll never get this far in your project, so follow me for more life hacks and apparently sheet metal hacks as well. Anybody see a grinding disc? I drop it down the hole. Oh, this hole will also be a great opportunity for an oil cooler. I've done that on a couple bugs for different guys. We actually, in the front apron, we did a cool thing where we took the little horn chrome things, like on the early ones. We put a few of those in the pan, and we stuck an oil cooler in there. Plumbed hard lines right to the engine in the back. And it worked darn good. We were concerned about oil pressure, but we didn't notice any changes in oil pressure. And man, this guy, he would go to Willow Springs racing it, or some other track, I don't know. So I think we're gonna take a piece of sheet and we're gonna put a little mellow curve in it. And we're gonna weld it on, and we're gonna hammer this into a better shape to match that one. Let's find a piece. Cool, cool. Let's go put this in the slip roller. Use it as a, what do we call that? A pipe anvil. That's what it was called. And we're gonna curl it too much because you can always mellow that curve out. We're just gonna find what we like. Wrapping it in. Yeah, so that's very curved. But we're gonna step on it, the old soft shoe technique. Yeah, cool. All right, I'm gonna chop this down and we'll take a look. Get some shears. Yeah, just looking at it from here, it looks a lot better. All right. Let's see what we work with. Yep, that's definitely too curved. Push it down to that realm. Aha! That looks a lot nicer. Cool, so let's trace this out. We're gonna just give it a little action. I was watching some other YouTube channel, And it's interesting, you know, different fabricators have different choices in tools. I saw this one guy and he actually used the plasma cutter a lot. He used the plasma cutter and tin snips, and I didn't see him use the zip disc on the grinder once. I don't know if that's just like a fear of the tool, or maybe he doesn't like the sparks. It's just interesting because you see, I am all about that grinder. And the tin snips. I don't like a plasma cutter because, in my opinion, for auto body, you know, you're shooting that arc of plasma and sparks like way past whatever you're cutting. It's just messy. It's smoky. It's expensive. I'm not saying it doesn't have its place. I'm just saying. Tain't really my flow. You know, you can see how technical I get. Yep, that looks cool. All right, we're gonna start by arcing that in the center. We're gonna pin the two sides, and we're gonna button up this curve. It looks a lot nicer than it did a half hour ago. Little by little. So now to get this to flow a little bit better, I'm gonna put this in here because I didn't like how it was doing that. I called it the sausage in another thing. Just gonna come in here, just gonna lift this up a little bit. Just like this. Yeah, cool. I think just that little bit will help. Let's see, where are we at? That hole. That's an 8 at the top. Hole. Oh, damn. My favorite spatula just gave up. This is where we'll come into. Maybe it's not a body tool after all. Feel like that fills it out a lot better. Hoo-wee. All right. Well, there's still a bunch of stuff to finish up, mainly inside here and perfecting, you know, the finish work. The main goal was to get rid of all that hacked looking stuff. And I think we accomplished a better contour. It's a little bit higher up through here, so we're gonna have to put these new pieces in. But this curvature, and it's still not perfectly even, but it's closer. I think I can live with that. I hope you all can too. We got that wrapped up, satisfactory. We still got a lot to consider on the roof. I might want to refine that. That's why the center's still open. Only one side is complete. So I got the car all cleaned out. It's up on these neat little wheel stands. I'm going to clean the shop and probably get on that roof skin next. See you then.